share all his stories. The more we chant together, the happier we'll be.
Chapter 5. Mother Yashoda ties Krishna with a rope. Once upon a time, two demigods named Nalakaver and Manigriv went into Lord Shiva's garden next to the Mandakini river. They drank a lot of liquor and enjoyed listening to the women singing there. Then they went into the river, which was full of lotus flowers, and enjoyed themselves just like mad elephants splashing in the water. Unexpectedly, the great sage Narada happened to come that way. The two demigod sons of Kuvera did not even cover their naked bodies properly, nor did they pay their respectful obeisances to him. To teach them a lesson, Narada turned them into trees in the place which would become the garden of Nand Maharaj and Mother Yashoda. After many years of living as trees, they would be able to see Krishna face to face and be good devotees of the Lord again. One fine morning, 36,000 years later, 36,000 years later, Mother Yashoda was making butter. Krishna climbed into her lap to drink her breast milk. She smiled, enjoying the beauty of his face. Suddenly, she remembered the milk on the stove in the kitchen, which was about to boil over. Quickly, she put Krishna down on the ground and ran to the kitchen to take the milk off the fire. Krishna had not finished drinking and was very angry. With red eyes and false tears, he broke the butter pot and took the butter away to eat nicely in a quiet corner all by himself. So, in the painting of the left, on the left, is Nalakaver and Manigriv, the sons of Kuvera, and they're in Lord Shiva's garden next to the Mandakini river. They drank a lot of liquor and enjoyed listening to the women singing there. And they went into the river, which was full of lotus flowers. And they enjoyed themselves just like mad elephants splashing in the water. Unexpectedly, the great sage Narada happened to come that way. This is Narad Muni. He always chants, Narayan, 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 Narayan. Okay. Mother Yashoda came back from the kitchen and saw the broken pot, but did not see Krishna. After looking everywhere, she found her naughty little son had taken even more butter from a swing she had hung from the ceiling. By this time, he was covered with the butter he had eaten and was now feeding the rest to the monkeys. Krishna was looking this way and that in fear of being caught. His mother came with a stick and he ran away as fast as he could. She chased him to all corners of the house and yard. Yashoda finally caught him and started tying his hands together with a rope, but it was a little too short, just by 2 inches. She got more rope from the house, but found it was still not enough. She got more and more rope, But each time she tried to tie the last knot, she found it was always about 2 inches short. She was perspiring and so tired. How was this happening? Then Krishna finally let her tie him up with her rope without playing any more tricks. She let him tie up to the mortar and went inside to finish her housework. After catching Krishna stealing butter, Mother Yashoda attempted to bind her child with ropes. Appreciating Mother Yashoda's great love for him, Krishna, the supreme powerful personality of Godhead, allowed himself to be bound. Krishna thought to himself, "First, Mother Yashoda put me down without feeding me enough milk. I broke the pot of yogurt and butter, which I gave away in charity to the monkeys. And then she tied me up to a wooden mortar. I shall have some fun and do something even naughtier than before." Little Krishna, dragging the wooden mortar behind him, this is the wooden mortar behind Krishna, crawled straight through the 2 Arjuna trees in the courtyard. But the large wooden mortar turned crosswise and got stuck between. Still, Krishna pulled and pulled and pulled the rope until the 2 trees fell down with a big sound, crash. Out of the broken, fallen trees came 2 beautiful demigods, Manigriv and Nalakaver, shining like fire. At once, they bowed down to baby Krishna to offer their prayers. Lord Krishna, who was still tied to the wooden mortar by the ropes of Mother Yashoda, began to smile and said, "You are very lucky. The great devotee Narad Muni has blessed you with pure love for me. So this is your last time in the material world. Now you may go back to your father's house in the heavenly planets, where you will do devotional service to me and go back home to Godhead in this very lifetime." They bowed down again and again after walking around their beloved Lord, who was still bound in ropes with the ropes of Mother Yashoda. Then they left for their home. By this time, all the people from Gokul Vrindavan had come running to see what had happened. The small children playing there explained, "Krishna came straight through the 2 trees, and the wooden mortar got stuck between. He pulled so hard on the rope that the trees finally fell down. 2 very dazzling bright men came out of the trees and began to talk to Krishna." Nanda Maharaj just smiled and untied his wonderful child. So this is Nalakaver and Manigriv. This is Krishna with the wooden mortar behind him. That's the end of chapter 5. Thank you for listening. Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.